Hello. It strikes me today that we can only take so much control. Only so much control is possible. Actually, only so much control is credible. There comes a point where people react against being controlled. We've got films like The Terminator, machines in control. Eventually, we fight back. And now we've got the Pingdemic. And 600,000 people pinged. 44,000 cases yesterday of people pinged. This is affecting food supplies, supermarkets. Iceland, for example, Sainsbury's has been affected. Pubs. There's a thing called the Green King pub chain, and that's 33 pubs have closed. Pure Gym, 25% of their staff have been pinged and are isolating. BP says that fuel is drying up because HGV drivers are not working, presumably. So, what are we told? What we've got is a completely ambiguous situation. Is that something surprising? No, it's not. We're told it's crucial to self-isolate or to face a £10,000 fine. But when you start investigating it, you find it's not quite as clear as it should be. We've got Paul Scully, the business minister, who said you should take a personal decision. Well, the law, as it stands, says that if you are contacted by track and trace, you have to isolate. If you have a positive test, you have to isolate, and if you don't, you face a £10,000 fine. The pinging maybe is something slightly different. I can't see whether it's a law to self-isolate or whether it's advisable to self-isolate, but it's not quite the same as track and trace. It is chaos. But it is also a result of ceding our authority, ceding our control to computers and machines which get things wrong. Ceding our control to faceless people. And when we're thinking about faceless people, we can think about ministers ceding our control to someone like Priti Patel. We haven't seen her for so long. Why not? She's busy churning out other people's proposals we've heard many times before. She churns them out as if there's something new. And all the time she's keeping a low profile, presumably because she doesn't want to be accused of bullying again. And, she doesn't face the bullying claims. She gets someone to pay off the bullying claims with £370,000 of our money, presumably, to pay off claims that she's been bullying somebody. She's paying £54 million to France to do something about all these people arriving on our shores. It doesn't seem to have stopped all the people arriving on our shores. I'm not saying I'm opposed to people crossing the channel. I am opposed to people crossing the channel because I think it's dangerous. And we should be looking at how we handled the Uganda crisis. Years and years ago, we provided routes for people to travel. We should be providing routes rather than just talking about it. There's a lot of talking going on and a lot of hidden control. We had it all with Matt. Oh, imagine if Matt Hancock was in control now. Matt Hancock. I've got to do a bit of. Mrs. I've got to do a bit of bureaucracy. I've got to find some papers. Are they here? But actually, Priti Patel. Priti Patel would make that sort of Gina Coladangelo thing quite illegal. She's going to make wolf whistling and street harassment illegal. I'm sure there've been occasions when people have been wolf whistling behind Priti Patel, poor lady. But what we've got is ambiguity. What we've got is chaos, and chaos at the top. We're told repeatedly how well we are doing in the pandemic? Well, we've got the 7th highest COVID death rate. This cannot be about our success. Even if 87% of adults have had their first dose of the vaccine, even if 68% have had 2 doses of the vaccine, we are suffering from a malaise of being controlled by people who want to hide, who don't want to be seen. We are suffering from being controlled by faceless individuals. It's like an episode from Doctor Who. You can imagine Priti Patel. Exterminate, exterminate. I am Davros. I am Priti Patel. You will. No, you are the doctor. No, this is not what we want. What we want is people to actually appear in their human likeness and give us ideas and suggestions and rules, laws, whatever. That's what they're there to do. They're not there to hide. We shouldn't be controlled by the invisible. My name is Priti Patel. I am invisible. No, we're not controlled. We shouldn't be controlled by robots. We're not in an episode of Doctor Who, sadly. And this is why, incidentally, we have a visible and identifiable monarch. And so, today of all days, this is something which is so lovely. Today, the front page of our newspapers have been decorated by a picture of Prince George, who is 8. So happy birthday to Prince George. George is carrying on that tradition of giving us a figurehead who we can see, who we can identify, as opposed to Priti Patel, who we can't see, who we can't identify, who's hiding from anybody else who might call her a bully. And Matt Hancock, who's justifiably hiding because, he's been overwhelmed by his paperwork. And all these other people in power who have just disappeared. They may have a good excuse for it, but I don't like the idea of our country being run by a pinging computer, by our country being run by people on the other end of a telephone, by a country being run by people who are unable to answer, who are robots. I don't like this idea. We are in a Doctor Who world if we go down this route. We need to pull back. We need more Prince George, we need more Prince William, we need more Prince Charles, and we need more of the Queen. Man, I don't know whether we can get more of the Queen. She seems to be working her backside off. Every single day you see her opening something else. I mean, it's spectacular how much she is doing, how much Prince Charles is doing, and how little. Priti Patel! I am Priti Patel! I am doing nothing! I am looking up other people's ideas! Maybe actually she's finding a little bit of Matt Hancock's lost bureaucracy. Ooh, missus. Anyway, look, please, do follow me and ping the bell. I've forgotten which side of the... I think it's over there. Ping the bell, and you will then find out when the next one is coming. Have fun.